I wrote Skellig about 12 years ago. It came out 10 years ago in 1998. It was an amazing story to write, really, because I didn't intend to write it, I didn't plan it, but I was literally walking along the street one day and out of nowhere I heard in the back of my head, I found him in the garage on a Sunday afternoon and it was bang. And it just came, all I had was that line, that one little situation, and it just grew. And as I was writing the story, I never knew where it was going to go, I never knew what was going to happen next, I never knew how it was going to end, but it just kept coming and coming and coming. It kind of wrote itself. When Michael goes into the darkness and discovers Skellig, I didn't have a clue what Michael was going to find. And I remember the moment when Michael put his hand across Skellig's back, and I thought, oh no, this guy's got wings. And I hadn't expected that, and I thought, oh no, he can't have. But by that time he was dirty and dusty and he was quite kind of grubby and pretty nasty. So I thought, okay, we'll have to let him have wings as well.
What you really need is a proper dental regime. Brushing, flossing, occasional trip to the dentist.
All through the first part of the story, Michael and Mina keep saying to him, who are you? What are you? What are you? And about halfway through the book, I thought, oh, it's about time I knew. I'd better know. And I looked up, and in the shelf in front of me, there was a book that I'd bought the previous year when I'd been in Ireland, and I tried to get across to the Skellig Islands off the southwest coast of Ireland. And I couldn't get across because the sea was too rough. I came home, and a year later I found myself writing this story, and had no idea that it had any connection with the Skellig Islands. But as soon as I saw the spine of the book, I thought, oh, of course.
My name is Skellig.
You know, strangely, that all fitted as well, because the Skellig Islands, one of them is called Skellig Michael. The casting for me was so important, because I think Tim Roth is a really intelligent actor, and he looks right for the part as well. And he can do this thing of looking kind of nice and benign, but also looking quite dark. And I think that's really important for anybody who plays Skellig. It's that ability to move from darkness to light, from being old to being young. And Tim Roth seems to me just, you know, just, oh yeah, it's going to be all right. Tim Roth's going to be Skellig. Yeah. When I saw the first rushes with John and Kelly together, with Bill, it looked great because they looked like a proper family. And also the thing that was kind of a huge relief to me was that they looked very ordinary. And I think that kind of ordinary base is something really important to Skellig, because it'd be very easy to transform it into something that happens in somewhere really kind of extraordinary. But I think the truly extraordinary thing about Skellig is that it happens in a very ordinary location to very ordinary people. And I think John and Kelly, fantastic actors that they are, have managed to ground it in a true, believable ordinariness. And I know when I was writing the book, and I thought, oh, towards the end, I thought, well, people are going to say, where does he go? Because I got this sense he was going to disappear. So there's a bit in the book where Mina says to Michael, or Michael says to Mina, do you think some other kids have found him now? And that was my kind of get out. I thought, well, maybe some other kids will find him, and that's his next part of the story. I go to lots of places and they say, well, oh, here's David Almond, he'll give us the answer. So what is Skellig? And in the end, I have to say, well, I don't know either. You know, he's stayed a mystery to me. I don't know how he got there in the first place. I don't know where he goes at the end. And I think the best answer to what is Skellig is the answer that he gives. He's a bit like us, he's a bit like birds, he's a bit like beasts, he's a bit like an angel, and he's a bit like all of those things. He's a kind of multifaceted mystery, I guess.